less than whatever you're going to offer them if it's equities, if it's real estate, stuff like that. So it's a little bit about us: $14 million, $40 billion, Excel Partners, Carlisle, global footprint. I've lived Middle East, Europe, Latin America, well-traveled throughout Asia, and I've spent money all over the place, and I never knew these fees ever existed. So it's interesting seeing now firsthand with clients. We do comparisons basically, so if you have clients, they can get a quote from whoever they're using right now, and then you can get them a quote from us directly, and it's shocking the savings actually. And it's all real time, so you can say, hey, if you want to save $18,000, then go this way, do this transaction. If you don't care about saving the $18,000, then do it the way you've been doing it. Some of our banking partners, so UBS is actually one of our big liquidity providers. UBS actually gives really good rates for their clients internally anyway. Some banks are a little bit higher than others. We're obviously fully regulated. We've been discussing about FACTA, Frank-Dodd, and all these other new laws in the U.S. It's a heavily regulated industry, and we spend about $80 million getting U.S. regulation. Every state has their own regulation. You've got to file for that. You've got to keep it up. You've got to put bonds up in most states. So it's a pretty regulated industry that costs a lot. Obviously, property is pretty massive for us. Things like property, where it's a one-off transaction or a big sale. If someone sold a company in Canada or China and making a one big move, a lot of times those transactions have even higher costs because whoever's doing the transaction originally knows that it's not a continuous thing, and they know they're not probably watching it like a business person who's maybe manufacturing in China and selling to the U.S. That guy's watching it on a day-to-day basis, so he's got a keener eye than the guy who's buying a real estate and sending his kids to school here. He's just wiring the $3 million, and he's happy to do it. So that can be 5% margin. It's crazy. We deal with Financial Times London, ING Direct. We're the backbone of a lot of other institutions that do this transaction, and they basically offshore that to us. It's really simple. Here's a quick little demo of our platform. It's 3 steps. Put in this one saying I have to sell 12,000 British pounds. Give you the rate right there, so anyone can go in and kind of check it out, whatever quote they're getting from whoever else they're using, and they can compare that. That's updated every second, so that's not a daily rate. And then it goes into who they want to send it to. You can add tons of beneficiaries. Oh, no, it's not up at all. Sorry about that. Want to send or receive, so it's really easy. It's like 4 boxes. One's like, let's say, Canadian dollars, US dollars, and then the rate. So either way you go, they give you a rate. It's all real time, every second. It's funny, you can see clients' logs, and they're just hitting it every second, seeing if the rate changes in their favor while they're getting quotes. And then you just say, yes, I accept that rate. It's good for me. You confirm the deal. You put in who you're going to send the money to, if it's an escrow account in the U.S., if it's a UBS brokerage account in the U.S., wherever you want to send it to. Hit that, and then you say where you're pulling it from. So if it's a TD Ameritrade, or it's a bank account in Canada or China, whatever it is. So we pull, you hit the next button, and everything goes automatically. And that's basically it. It's super simple to do. And then you get good accounting, all your records are there, you see exactly the rate you're getting, you can go back and compare it if you want to do historicals with anyone. And that's it really. Any questions, I guess? Sorry you didn't see the...
You have your website?
Yeah, US Forex. I'll leave some cards over there.
Oh.
Yeah, here. I'll leave a stack of cards over there, but it's usforex.com. We've got canadianforex.com in Canada. ClearFX is our Hong Kong brand. So we've got all the different brands, but they all roll up. It's all the same thing. It's just local brands.
You can also wire to the personal.
Personal too. So about 50% of our business is retail, personal. That's what the platform was based on. So it's really simple to use. So even businesses love it because they're like, oh, this is really easy. It's not this complex system I got to learn. Although we can do forwards, we can do options, but 80% of the people just do spot. Although there's a big pound US dollars spike recently, so a lot of people locked in those rates, locked in forwards, and said, I need to send money in the next few months or something.
No card.
Historical. Yeah, I'll put them up there when I'm on. Yeah. Anything else? Any other questions?
Anything over 5,000 is zero fees, and it's just the margin. So that margin will be from basis points to maybe up to like 100 and change basis points. So that's usually about 30 to 90% difference from a regular transaction. And even transactions less than 5,000, if you're a good client, all those would be free too. So it's a pretty disruptive technology in the space. So it's good. Although we're only like a percentage of the total transactions, because it's like $1 trillion international business that's growing like crazy. But, we've been growing at 70% in the U.S. as more and more people find out about it. Canadians will know about it a lot more. They're more in tune to the FX rate. American clients really aren't, because they're U.S. dollar centric. It's still a U.S. dollar world right now. So the guys in Hong Kong get the best prices already. So it's even harder to lower cost there than we do.
So, excuse me, you mentioned about 1/4% fee. What is that fee for?
So what it is a margin. So think of it like if you were buying a stock and the stock was $100 and I'm your broker and I say it's 110. So I'm adding on that $10 for me. So instead of adding $10, we only add $1. Basically, that's the way to look at it. And that's kind of never a line item for you. They just give you